Hello there. Welcome to the Image Diva Media. Over here, we treat self-esteem issues. We deal with self-development, self-empowerment, and topics that will help elevate you, help bring you lasting success and happiness, how to accomplish your dreams, your destiny, your purpose, and how to navigate these difficult terrains that we live in right now. And some of these things that are trending, and one of that is what happened recently about P. Diddy's arrest, and has shaken a lot of people's beliefs in godfatherism and mentorship and coaching. So today we're going to do the part two of the last post that I shared about Little Rod, the music producer from Chicago, versus the drug lord, P. Diddy, drug pusher, who has been indicted in many criminal activities such as racketeering, sex trafficking, and human trafficking across borders. Even minors were involved, forcing minors to drink alcoholic beverages laced with ecstasy and other drugs, rapes and sexual abuse and beatings, and a lot is going on, and it's overwhelming. But without much ado, let's dive in to part two of this video. So, Little Rod versus drug lord, the crime tapes exposed. Little Rod's lawsuit, read in section 15, says, I believe on February 2nd, 2023, Mr. Combs drugged me. I remember waking up naked, dizzy, and confused because I was in bed with two sex workers and Mr. Combs. He said afterwards, he recalled walking around aimlessly and wandering about naked, wondering what had happened to him. Most apparently still dazed from the alleged effects of the drugs that he was forced to take so that he can participate in the sex workers' freak-offs. Little Rod claimed that he has photos, evidence, he has tapes. In case people didn't believe him, he was willing to go to court, and he actually has filed a lawsuit February of 2024 this year, and he's willing to go all out. He actually did a GoFund account to try and raise $50,000, saying that if he has to get lawyers involved and other legal fees, it might get up to $300K. So Little Rod claims that he has photos of these sex workers sleeping in his bed the morning after, and if needed as evidence in court, he will provide all. Right? P. Diddy is a powerful entertainer, or he was powerful, because now he is relegated into a small cell in MDC in Brooklyn, New York, and allegedly under suicide watch because he's hardly eating, and just like they're wondering, someone that had a chef and houses all over Miami, California, Florida, and rents a whole yacht, for parties, and, had a lot of cooks, chefs, waiting on him, and so many people, luxurious beds, mattresses. When he goes to hotel, he rents the whole suite, and now he's in a tiny little cell room. You can imagine what's going on in his head. And somebody that had powerful CEOs at his beck and call, that was able to get Wendy Williams, a talk show host, fired in 24 hours and make someone like Shine Barrow take a fall when he was the one that shot the gun in the face of a woman, Ruben, in a nightclub. There was so many things going on, even the allegations that he knows something about the notorious B.I.G.'s death, and even Tupac. So P. Diddy was powerful, he's no more. He's now like a shrimp waiting to hear what his fate holds right now. He even offered $50 million for his bail, but it was refused bail. P. Diddy was nominated 60 times, for different music awards, and he won 18 of them. He was awarded 18 awards and 3 of them Grammy Awards, including one for Shake Your Tail Feather, if you can still remember that. I remember dancing to his music. More money, the more problems we have, the more money. The more money we have, the more problems we have. That he did with Maze, and not knowing that he ripped off Maze during that period too, when Maze was with him at Bad Boy Entertainment Records, and wouldn't pay him his dues, and Maze allegedly escaped with his life, during one altercation that they said they had. The Bloods were in a hotel somewhere, and Maze had gone there with P. Diddy and some other people, but P. Diddy managed to escape and left Maze on his own at that tender age to survive by himself, and he was in the room scared to come out until Gene Deal, Deal, was one of P. Diddy's bodyguard, went back and picked up Mace. After that, Mace said he was out of this lifestyle, and he became a pastor now. So you can research all of that. So P. Diddy actually had so many people that he had destroyed their life, but they were all too scared to come forward until Cassie Ventura, his girlfriend, off and on girlfriend for over almost a decade, or a little over a decade, who was bold enough, courageous enough to come out and accuse him of his wrongdoings and filed a lawsuit, and she reportedly got a settlement for that last year. But somebody else has come forward, Little Rod, music producer from Chicago, who worked on the Love album, Off the Grid, for P. Diddy. And P. Diddy had promised him so much money, even 20 million house, one of the houses that he had, I think is Star Island in California, and offered him many deals, like he was going to make him one of the winners. He felt like he had that kind of connection and powers, and he was going to recommend him to win an award on the Love album and so many other things, but he didn't come through. Little Rod claims that as of last year, he was very broke. He is broke and could hardly meet some of his bills, and P. Diddy didn't keep his promises. So he also is suing P. Diddy for alleged sexual misconduct, sexual exploitations. He was in bed. He found himself in bed naked with P. Diddy and some sex workers. He was uncomfortable in many things that he said was happening over there, such as witnessing underage sex workers. There were like 5 women, he said, that were under 16 that he saw over there, and he said that constantly P. Diddy made them to drink daily on alcohol while they were on set, and also he laced their drinks with ecstasy and other drugs, and he has evidence, which we call receipts. You will see as we go on. But Erica Wolf, one of P. Diddy's 5 attorneys at the time, dismissed all of Little Rod's claims and allegations. She calls it, Mr. Jones' lawsuit is pure fiction, a shameless attempt to create media hype and extract quick settlement. Mr. Jones was not threatened, groomed, or assaulted or trafficked. Erica Wolf claimed that they will prove this case in court of law, and she's confident that it will be dismissed. But why will anyone come out with such an allegation like Little Rod? What has it got to, it's, to me, Little Rod is exposing a lot of things in his life. He's being vulnerable as he's crying out like other people did. And if Cassie Ventura and so many other people have collaborated this kind of stories in the past, then it means that there's some element of truth, wouldn't you say? Even at his own shame and detriment, he comes out to say, look, I was sexually abused and all that. Why would he come out to say that if he wasn't, and file a lawsuit? I don't know. Also, if you compare the notes with Cassie Ventura, who settled out of court, why should this be far-fetched? Turns out that luck has run out of P. Diddy. The cat we named P. Diddy Sean comes when more evidence came out and the feds and the Homeland Security had gathered enough evidence to indict one of the godfathers of the hip-hop industries. People have not been able to stop talking about it. If you go on the internet now, that's all the videos that you will see. 70% of the videos, people now bold enough to come out and say what they know. People like Mary J. Blige, people like Jamie Foxx, people like Cat Williams, people like Jaguar, who everybody's praying for, that people don't kill her because she knows so much. She was part of them and she's no more, but now she's exposing them, even exposing people like Jay-Z and Beyonce and Will Smith. OMG, the list is on and on, but let me go on. He reportedly took out so many of his competition. I'm talking about Puff Daddy now, or P. Diddy, or Love, or whatever you call him. One by one, they died. Even though he covered his tracks pretty good, but he began to get too cocky, too greedy, and began to play the role of a god. You know, when people start acting like they're God, that they can, you know, mess with people's lives and destinies and, you know, just treating them so bad and all that, then they're bound to make an error somewhere along the line. Meddling with destinies can bring karma to the person. So in February of 2024, Little Rod filed a lawsuit against Puff Daddy Sean Combs, asking for $30 million as damages. Soon realizing that the case may go to court and not settled like Cassie's case, he decided to set up a GoFund account to raise money for his legal fees. Initially, his asking amount was $50,000, but later he felt like if this case went, you know, on trial, it can go as much as $300K, and he didn't have any money. You know, that is so absurd, you know, considering that he's a music producer that P. Diddy, you know, signed a contract with for millions, and he never saw it, just like so many people that complain that P. Diddy doesn't pay up. So, I witnessed Mr. Combs provide laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, Virgin Islands, and Florida. Little Rod also claims he witnessed Mr. Combs' son Kristen Combs drug and sexually assault a stewardess while they were out on a yacht during the Christmas 2022 holiday time in St. Barthélemy, St. Martin, and Virgin Islands. They had a makeshift studio on the yacht, and while Little Rod was filming and recording Kristen Combs, who was intoxicated with all manner of drugs and alcohol during the musical rap section, he says tries to assault the stewardess that was waiting on them on the yacht. That's his lawsuit. Little Rod had more chilling confessions. He said, I wanted to leave, you know, he wanted to leave the environment when the things were getting heated up, but P. Diddy kept persuading him that he would take good care of him. Said there was one day when they was having some freak-offs, and he tried to leave the environment, but he said that he couldn't find his keys. I have never misplaced my car keys before. I looked everywhere, didn't know that P. Diddy hid them. The next thing he says, I remember, is waking up in bed naked the next day next to sex workers. And he panicked, of course, you know, and said that he started walking aimlessly around wondering what could have happened, you know, because his drinks were obviously laced like the other ones. And he says that he has proof, if anyone doubts what he's saying to be authentic, that if they go on trial, he has evidence, as in tapes and photographs and videos, that one time he went to collect his food from the Uber food had delivered some food for him, and he went to collect it from the security people. That what he saw was absolutely shocking. That PDD had cameras, over 200 cameras around the home, watching everybody and capturing things that he could use to blackmail them later. So that evidence will probably come out during the trial. I think that Little Rod, according to most people who are talking about this situation, may have been a willing participant at a certain time. On the other hand, he didn't bargain for how horrible these freak-offs will get, how uncomfortable he will be, and how criminal the activities will turn to. So maybe he decided to leave, but then he had gone in too deep and he wants to cover up. More evidence will definitely come up, what's his name? Little Rod says that he was coerced and forced against his will, to live in that situation, and he was blackmailed just like so many other of P. Diddy's mentees were blackmailed, with people like Justin Bieber, who was too young to say anything, that was promised a Ferrari. And, we all saw the video in PDD. Instead of saying that you're too young for such things, you can just have fun. Let's just go for a spin or a ride. Said, oh, that's what I'm saying. Let's do that. That is just not what a real mentor, a good mentor or coach should say to a 16-year-old at that age with a Ferrari. And there were so many occasions where you saw him, the little kid had alcohol in his hands, and so many times when it looks like he was so uncomfortable. I'm so happy Justin Bieber is happily married now with his babies, so to Haley. And I just thank God for their lives. And I pray for all those who have been taken advantage of, that, they will find healing, and that God is going to bless them and guide them and direct them to better coaches and better people that will not take advantage of them, and that their life will be better after this. They took him seriously. Like, if P. Diddy said this is what's going to happen in the industry, usually it is what will happen. For instance, he was able to get somebody to take the fall when he shot the gun at that infamous night club where J-Lo smuggled in a gun that P. Diddy allegedly used to shoot a woman, Ruben, in the face. And yet he got away with it. That's how powerful P. Diddy is. And so many other things, until Cassie Ventura came on the scene, and Little Rodney Jones, the music producer from Chicago, that exposed a lot of the things that we're going to talk about very soon. So P. Diddy was so good at his craft, even though most people say that he wasn't very talented music wise, and that is why he's always doing collaboration. Like you saw the collaboration with Notorious B.I.G., you saw the collaboration with Maze when they did the More Money, More Problem. You saw so many collaborations with Faith Evans, with Little Rod, and different people, and he stole so many people's ideas. Even Sting in that I'll Be Missing You albums. Yet he was nominated 60 times and he won 18 awards, 3 Grammys, and one of them was for that song Shake Your Tail Feather. But now he has fallen down from all up there to below, and we don't know if he's going to face death penalty or life imprisonment, or if by some miracle they will release him, because it seems that P. Diddy got his receipts on a lot of people, including a bishop, and there's whispers that some royal family are involved, such as Prince Harry and other people that are powerful up there. So P. Diddy had some godfathers, and he learned from them, like Clive Davis and a lot of other people like Andre Harrell. how to cover his tracks, how to blackmail people. They said that what he was doing is what he learned from the baddest and the best in the industries. PDD is under suicide watch now for obvious reason, because he knows so much and he knows many people, highly connected people, even royals. There are some rumors about Prince Harry's involvement, and people like Bishop T.D. Jakes and Will Smith and his wife Jay-Z and the Kardashians. A lot of powerful people, other people in the music industry, Andre Harrell, so many. And names will come out. Even Clive Davis, CEO of Arista Records at one time, who Whitney Houston died under his watch during a drug overdose, and he still went ahead to carry on the Grammy Award shows. So there is so many things that will come out of this trial, and we haven't even seen anything yet. So stay tuned and make sure that you click the subscribe button and follow me and share this video. Thank you for watching. This is your image diva, Millicent. God bless you.